As the Occupy Wall Street movement spreads, where is it going? Good evening, everyone. I'm Maria Guerrero. Today, former Wisconsin Senator Russ Feingold weighed in on this movement and, in part, what he hopes it can help do. News 3's David Douglas scored a couple of brief moments with the senator. David.
We talked for about 2 minutes outside the Barrymore Theater to Maria. Hardly time for any depth, but enough time for Feingold to make the point that however ill-defined the protest movement is, it really doesn't matter. Only that there's a loud voice asking and demanding change.
You know, people have a limit, and they're up to here with this.
On stage, before fans and party faithful, Russ Feingold said Sunday he supports the Occupy Wall Street movement. Outside in an interview, he explained why.
We have to get corporations away from dominating our political process. We have to overturn the Citizens United decision that has created the most destructive situation, at least in 100 years, if not in the whole history of the country.
The Supreme Court ruling he references has prompted many of the Occupy movement's signs of protest, a landmark decision that changed the way corporate and advocacy money could be spent on politics, reversing provisions of Feingold's own campaign reform legislation co-authored with Arizona Republican Senator John McCain.
For 100 years, corporations couldn't take your money and just take it out of their treasury and use it directly to try to buy up campaigns, and of course they can do it in secret as well.
The really bright side of this is it's taking off nationally.
Occupy Madison participant D.B. Pedersen says no matter how unpopular the protests may be, he hopes they can bring change.
I've been in the workforce for 30 years now and have just seen my brothers and sisters around me take a beating while the rich get richer.
Well, we didn't invent protesting in Wisconsin, but we took it to a new level.
If Occupy was looking for an advocate, it seems to have found one in Feingold. Will it last? Time will tell, but the former senator believes the group won't back down.
You know, how long can you rip people off before they start responding?
Some have called the movement a Tea Party for Democrats, and though many of the founding values are similar, that conservative group has condemned this more liberal one, though some participants say the Occupy movement isn't about right or left and simply about where most of the American public is, the middle, and what can be done to make that class of folks more prosperous in times that have made even a little bit of comfort that much harder to come by.
All right. Thank you so much, David, for that report tonight.